Hey book dragons, welcome back to my channel. My name is Siomi from Siomi's Book Tales, and this week, as you can tell by the title and also the thumbnail, I am going to be doing a themed romance reading vlog. Now I have two books in mind as to the ones that I want to start. The third one, I have no idea yet, but you know, the thumbnail is going to tell you which one it is. So the two books that I have in mind are ones that I'm going to be speaking about. One of them is the audiobook of, what is the name? It's called A Proposal They Can't Refuse by Natalie Ganya. I'm really excited about that one. That one has some tropes that I am intrigued by, especially that there is a Puerto Rican chef or Puerto Rican character involved within the story. So I'm just like, whoa. It is pitched as a rom-com, which are sort of my interest in reading books. I have to admit, I'm not a huge romance reader. I do like to delve every now and then into romance books, but for the most part, I wouldn't necessarily say that I have a dislike or a disdain for love within stories. Like, I do love a little bit of romance sprinkled here and there. I'm sort of more of the person that likes specific tropes included within romance. I do sometimes get annoyed by the main character. I might, you know, roll my eyes at the romance as to how is it that it develops, but I have a set mind as to how romance should be, and sometimes when it's insta love, I don't really care for it. I do like a little bit more depth to them. I've only loved or enjoyed one love triangle in all the books I've ever read. I do enjoy fake relationship. I do enjoy forced romance proximity a little bit. Depends on how it is. It really depends on how it is. But I do enjoy slow burn romances, like, oh my god, fake dating, rom-cons, like I mentioned. These are things that drive me into the read. So from what I can tell about one of those books is that it does have a rom-com and also, like I mentioned, a Puerto Rican character within the story. I don't really want to know too much about it because as I read that, I'm gonna, you know a little bit more about it. But as of right now, that one is one that I'm really invested by. My next book is gonna be a physical read, and that's going to be Yerba Buena by Nina LaCour. I've never read a Nina LaCour book, but I am intrigued to pick up a Nina LaCour book, so this is where I'm going to start. What I do know is that Yerba Buena is a Los Angeles sort of hip restaurant, and we have, okay, I'm gonna pitch this to you with tropes. That's how I'm gonna tell you what does this book entail. I do know that obviously it deals with the theme of this reading vlog, which is romance. It has LGBTQ plus themes. It also has, or it's mentioned that there is a slow burn romance within this book. It's heartbreaking, so why not, you know, a little bit of love, a little bit of romance, a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of everything mixed into the story. That has me already hooked. I also read by somebody that there is sort of this dysfunctional family that leaves one of the main characters scarred. So I'm interested to see how is it that actually develops within the story. There's also themes about self-love and also learning your value as a human being in order to love another person. Those are things that I will devour them, and that I'm a sucker for them, and I cannot wait to read this book because of those tropes, those little themes that I saw that are abundant within the book. Updating much, so I decided to have a little bit of a semblance of an update on the book that I'm currently reading. It's called The Proposal They Can't Refuse by Natalie Ganya. I'm currently 40% into that book. Again, I picked it up like 3, 4, 5, probably 5 days ago. I read 40% into it and I just stopped. There are a few things that I'm nitpicking with, but I'm gonna finish it because overall I do think that there are a few aspects from the story that I'm really enjoying. So picking up with what I previously told you, it is a debut rom-com. It is set in Chicago and we have two main characters. As of right now, we have Camila and Liam. Now Camila comes from a Puerto Rican generation and she is one of our main characters. She does work in a family run Puerto Rican business, and it's called El Coqui. The problem is that that business is really struggling, especially with foreclosure, with what is happening with the community in general because of the Puerto Rican diaspora. There were a lot of Puerto Ricans around, which tends to happen when there's a big boom or influx of Puerto Ricans from the island into the States. So again, when Puerto Ricans come to one place, they try to make it homey, and the businesses are thriving and striving. Not what's striving, they're thriving. But you know, as the years progress, maybe the same people don't live there anymore, maybe other people have moved on, maybe some people have passed away, so their business really is struggling and they're roughly in foreclosure. Then we also have Liam, and Liam is he's also the other main character. Now he is part of an Irish American family. He runs a business with his grandfather and they own a whiskey distillery. These are the two main characters that are eventually going to go into a fake engagement. This is where my issue runs with the fake engagement trope with the family, because of the way that they're frankly forced into a fake engagement by their family members, and it's something that's really rubbing me the wrong way, especially as to how it is playing out. I'm just really annoyed by it. I'm not going to tell you many things just because of spoilers, but one thing is I'm really annoyed by the way that they are forced into this fake engagement. Now, while I am all for forced proximity, in this case it's just really, it's really annoying, especially when I do know, and I get it, don't get me wrong, I get it. But we come from old-fashioned Latino families that want to cling to old traditions and they don't want to move forward, especially with the fact that a woman needs to be married, a woman needs to have children. So again, these are visualizations from a Latino family, and they are bringing it into Camila's life, and unfortunately they really aren't letting her thrive, letting her be on her own in that sense. You know, they're always making fun of her, they're always picking on her, and I do see why she's seen at the butt as the butt of the family, because she does start off ideas but she doesn't go through with them. You know, she might have the vision, she might have the idea as to how to set X or Y goal in her life, but how to, you know, make it complete, how to make it successful, how to make it, you know, start and also finish this business, how, you know, how we're gonna get the funds, how we're gonna get X or Y things, when are we gonna see profit, how is this going to perfect the restaurant in general, because she does want to modify the restaurant. Unfortunately, like I said, her family does cling to old traditions and they really don't want to modify anything, or just, you know, be at times with everything that's happening, you know, modifying things, being one with the new generation and actually bringing new things in to attract new people. That's something that they really don't want to do, because again, they want to see things as they are. And this is also where I see Camila, like, I really want to see her vision, I want to see her purpose. Why is it that she wants to cling so much to El Coqui? Why is it that she wants to cling so much to this restaurant without having outside influence? Like, why do you want this? This is what I want to see. Her purpose, her drive for El Coqui, for the restaurant, which is something that I'm really not seeing. And I would really like to see that. One thing that I really am enjoying is the banter between the family. I think it is just priceless. I have laughed out loud so many times. There are also a lot of pop cultural references. There was one about the Sandlot and I was just like, I love this so freaking much. And there's also a lot of strong familial aspects going back into what I was just previously saying. One of the things that really is frustrating me is the fact that she needs to marry because she needs to be taken care of by a man. This is one of the many reasons why I don't go to family gatherings anymore, because again, visualization is always like a woman needs to be with a man and a woman needs to be taken care of by a man, because a woman can't be seen as being independent, being own. Now is when this is actually becoming a thing, and before it really wasn't. Like when I would go to family gatherings, the first questions that I would always get is where's your boyfriend, when are you gonna get married, when are you gonna have kids? And I'm like, first of all, my love life is none of your business. Second of all, unless you're giving me money to take care of the kid, hell fucking no. And also, if you're gonna birth the child, feel free, but no, these are not things that I am interested in. So yeah, there's many reasons as to why I really don't go to family gatherings that much now, or before, was because of that. You know, these questions were really annoying. I was really frustrated by them, and I see it within the story. So again, I do see relatable aspects, and I feel for Camila. I do feel for her. I just wish that she would voice her opinions a lot more. There are other topics, which again, trigger warnings for some sensitive topics that are being woven into the story. Again, the author does give content warning, so I also suggest that you also look for other content warnings, because again, I'm going to mention a few, so tread carefully. The fact that we deal with family members dealing with cancer and how is it that they are avoiding treatment. This is something that is also seen within the story, and it's also used in some way, shape, or form as a blackmail into them getting that fake engagement. So again, while there are a few aspects that I'm only 40% into the story that I am enjoying, a few I'm really annoyed by, which is why I decided to just put it aside for a minute, because like I was getting heated. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting heated when these moments were being mentioned and when they were blackmailed into this fake relationship, and how they Camila's family was mentioning the fact that, you know, yeah, you need to have a man in order to survive in this world, or you know, you need to be taken care of by a man. I was just like, what the F, or what the fuck is happening here? Like, honestly, I was really annoyed. I really also don't understand what is their family's, why are they so desperate to have her married off? Like, she's doing good, you know, she's doing good, she's struggling, she's doing all the things, but hey, she's getting to know herself as an individual. Let the woman thrive on her own. Let her make her own mistakes. Let her get to her own conclusions. Let her become or shape herself into the woman that she wants to be. Is that so hard to ask for? While I do see a lot of similarities within my own Latino culture, what? Within the story, and again the old family traditions, and how is it that many Puerto Ricans, not every Puerto Rican, I'm going to be very clear, not every Puerto Rican clings to these traditions, but there are many that actually do. So again, seeing that represented in the story is really great. I really like it. I also really do enjoy the Puerto Rican vibes that are being set out throughout the story. Again, love every single one of those, and I really do like Camila as a character, and also like Liam as a character. I also see this as like a grumpy sunshine trope, because Liam is very grumpy and Camila is just a ray of sunshine. So yeah, I just can't wait to see what is it that happens, how is it that everything else, you know, expands within the story, and how is it that we eventually get something from them. So we'll see if my thoughts change. As of right now, it's a very great story. It's just me in general, I'm being a little bit nitpicky, especially with the fake engagement trope, but yeah, we're just gonna see what else happens. I look like a mess because my hair is a mess, because your girl is not gonna do anything today. I also had an unhealthy portion of popcorn, so we're gonna just bear with me, right? I did start this morning Curse of the Spectre Queen by Jenny Elder Moak. I need to figure out how to pronounce that. I'm 32 pages into this book and I am freaking loving it. Like, it is just such a great read. This is pitched as an Indiana Jones meets The Mummy, but gender bent, because it is an adventure mystery story, and like I said, gender bent. The main character is a female, and so far I am loving Sam. She's called Sam Knox, and she is just such a great character so far. Like, I love her personality so far. I've only gotten little bits and pieces of it. I'm gonna read the first chapter in a few, so not the first chapter, but like the first 2 paragraphs in the first chapter, just so you can get a feel of her, because I am just loving her so freaking much. Bear with me because it is really hot, so I'm gonna read this as fast as I can, but I'm gonna read the first 2 chapters in I'm gonna read the first 2 paragraphs in the first chapter. It says, Sam let the first door chime go unanswered. Occupied as she was with a stack of delicate books cradled in her arms, the second chime earned a grunt of displeasure from her as she scanned the shelves for the first edition of John Locke's An Essay Concerning Human Understanding she had repaired last week. She spotted it, tucked safely between Kant and Machiavelli. The third chime rang so insistently that she tipped the book forward too hard and it dropped to the floor with an ominous crack. Oh dear, she said, crouching down to retrieve the book. Mr. Locke, I apologize. And I swear to you, if it's the butcher's boy again, I will take the broad side of his cleaver to their rear ends myself. I just freaking love her. Also, something that happened, I'm not gonna say, but something that happened previously in chapter 3. This is how she describes herself entering the police station in chapter 4. She describes herself as the specter of this demon come to seek vengeance of the living world. You gotta love her. You just gotta love her. I really do enjoy her as a character. I also feel like her best friend and her brother's best friend are going to, in one way, shape, or form, going to send her on this adventure. And hopefully this is where all 3 of them are going to rekindle their friendship, and also their childhood well, basically it's their childhood friendship, because something happened. I really don't know what specifically happened, but it has to do something with the fact that maybe Sam didn't go with Joe to the university. Something happened there, I don't know, but we've gotten bits and pieces. But Joe is just like, she's really mad, she's really pissed off. But I so far have liked the dynamics between her and Joe's brother. So I don't know, I'm curious to see what else happens. I'm curious to see what is this mysterious package that came into the library at where she works. Well, it's basically a library, but it's more of an antique bookstore where she repairs books. So I am fascinated by that, all the little mystery and intrigue. It's also set in the 1920s. So again, I'm getting those mummy vibes. So I'm really excited. Can't wait to continue reading it. And I'm just gonna turn on the fan because I'm sweating. I'm sweating like a crazy fool. I still need to figure out this camera because it's just like the focus. It just throws me off completely. I still don't know how to work with it. Eventually one day I'll figure it all out. But I haven't updated at all. Hey, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Today is Thursday. Hope that you're having a wonderful Thursday. I wanted to read 3 books. I had my goal of 3 books. That's what I had in mind. Unfortunately, you know when the week decides to kick your ass all over the place? That's what the week did to me. So yeah, it's been hard. Just in case, I also noticed my mother is hearing TV, not at a reasonable sound, but just in case it's because of that. We're watching the news right now. There are a lot of people protesting against Luma Energy, and I swear if I didn't have the sense of claustrophobia, like being surrounded by a lot of people, I start to get a panic attack. If I didn't suffer from that, I swear I would have been up there because like they've been abusing us way too much, and you know, enough is enough. So yeah, I'm gonna be updating you on A Proposal They Can't Refuse by Natalie Caña. I am 46% into it, and I have to admit, the tables have turned, my mood has shifted, and I am freaking enjoying it right now. You know, I can't say anything bad about it just because right now we're getting more of the tension from them. We're getting more of them interacting as a couple, right, or as friends, because there's a lot of things that happened to them in the past and they really don't see eye to eye anymore, or at least Liam doesn't see eye to eye anymore with Camila because he thinks that, you know, he did a few things that maybe were wrong. So what I like is that he is recognizing the mistakes that he has made. So that's something that I'm really enjoying, because he's also noticing that maybe he is at fault for some things that he has said, and he's also going back in his mind and thinking about maybe things that he said that could have been hurtful for Camila, because Camila, she's like all over the place, you know. She has a thought and she just wants to run with it without actually, you know, going down the logistics of, you know, whatever thought she has in mind or whatever idea she has for the business in order to improve it. And sometimes her enthusiasm gets in the way of actually explaining things thoroughly, or actually explaining things correctly or concretely for somebody else to be able to understand them and to also understand her vision. So that's something that I am enjoying, that he's also noticing and he's taking into consideration. Wait, maybe, you know, if I just listen to her and I figure out how is it that, you know, her enthusiasm is also the one that's getting in the way, you know, I am going to see things differently. I'm going to see her as an individual, and that's something that I'm really enjoying. Also, the tension between them, I just freaking love it. I love the perspectives, especially when they're like they have this hidden desire for one another, even though it's sometimes sexual a lot of the times, and I'm just like, these two are just ready to rip each other's clothes off and just do the Macarena. That's what they're waiting for. Like, I don't know, these two are like really sexually desiring each other. But what I am also enjoying is that they're not letting that get the best of them. They're like, whoa, you know, we need to tame this down, we need to take it easy, we need to control our impulses. So it's also something that I have to appreciate, you know. Isn't it like they're just having angry sex, you know, they're just, you know, taking it one day at a time, and that's something that I have to admit, it's making me fall in love with these characters all over again. Really enjoying it. Can't wait to see what else happens. And also I'm kind of enjoying that we're getting more from them as individuals, because always like they were together and then somebody would just come and disrupt them, or just, you know, their grandfathers would come in, and I'm just like, when are we gonna get time to actually like get to know these two individuals and also know their desires, their drive? And that's something that we're getting also from Liam. And it's something that I have to admit, it's really cute to see, because you can tell why is it that he loves the distillery so much, and also why is it that he doesn't want to lose it. So beautiful just to see. Again, the dynamics between them is one that I'm thoroughly enjoying. I can't update you on The Curse of the Spectre Queen. I really haven't made much into it because, again, every single time I take it to my bed to read, I clock out. I'm just like, see your world, peace out, sayonara. Okay, time for a little bit of a book haul because I did get a few books. There are a few that are still on the way, but you know, I'm gonna show you the ones that I got so far. I did get 2 for a book of the month because I am subscribed to book of the month. I did read an Emily Henry book, which is Beach Read, and while I think that the cover and also the pitch that I heard from certain people is misleading, I really did enjoy Beach Read, so I really want to read more about Emily Henry. I also really did enjoy the writing style. I thoroughly enjoyed that completely. Like, I loved the banter between the characters, the back and forth between, you know, the perspectives. I really enjoyed everything, so I can't wait to read more Emily Henry books, and I decided to pick up People We Meet on Vacation. I don't know anything about this one aside from the fact that it's a trip that they take, and I'm assuming by, you know, the title that it's somebody that they meet while on vacation. that's a very thorough synopsis of said book. Then I decided to pick up Small Angels by Lauren Owen. I have to admit, there was one thing from the synopsis that sold me on this book, and it's the following. It says, in a hypnotic tale of sisterhood, first love, and hauntings, a wedding in a small English village stirs up unsettling magic and forces a troubled family secret out into the open. Then I decided to pick up one that I'm extremely excited for, and that is Mina and the Undead by Amy McCall. I saw the pitch for this, that it was pitched as Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Charm, but set in New Orleans. Just vampires, 90s pop culture reference, and I was just like, sold. Where can I buy it? And I found it on Book Depository, and I was like, yes, I am all for this. On the back it says, suitable for fans of gothic YA murder mysteries. So yeah, it says New Orleans Fang Fest 1995. Mina's having a summer to die for. Dun dun dun. I am freaking excited for this. You have no idea. It says delicious and gruesome will ignite a new generation of vampire fans. I'm still intrigued to see how is it that vampires are going to be included within this book. I don't know if it's sort of like mean vampires. I don't know. I'm really excited. Oh, it says I devoured this dark and delicious tale of vampires in the 90s New Orleans, fresh and original and packed with pop cultural references. This is Buffy for YA readers. I'm excited. Oh my god, I just saw this one. I gotta read it to you. It says a fabulous 90s set horror, perfect for young adults, but also older readers who grew up on a diet of Buffy the Lost Boys. Oh my god. Interview with the Vampire and Elvira. That's it. I'm excited. When can I start this? When am I going to start this? I'm just really excited. I also, look how beautiful. Like, I hope you can see that. That's gorgeous. Then I decided to pick up Only a Monster by Vanessa Lynn. I recently read this one in a reading vlog. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. Again, if I nitpick a few things, yeah, but this one was really good, and I also really do love the UK cover, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get the UK cover. Oh, look at the, oh, I did not notice this. Look at the end papers. Like, I hope you can see that. That is gorgeous. I had to wait until my mother stopped screaming because she was screaming a lot of undesired things about Luma Energy. So I did want to do an unboxing for the OwlCrate Jr box. I do represent OwlCrate Jr on my Instagram, so I just wanted to unbox this. Nothing is a surprise because I already saw this because I had to unbox it on my story, but I am thoroughly excited for a lot of the things. The theme for this month was Mythical Beast. I really do love the spoiler card. The phoenix on it, it's just beautifully drawn. I love it. It's just so beautiful. I wanted to show you the back because it has a centaur and a jackalope, and also the phoenix like soaring into the sky, but I'm not because of spoilers, but very beautiful. There is, oh my god, I have to admit, like I don't usually use these pens, but I have to admit I really do love the little creature that's here. Too adorable, too freaking adorable. Also, like the little flower as a little extension. Loved it. So it's, again, I'm gonna say beautiful again. It might be annoying for me to repeat the same adjective, but it's just beautiful, you know. What else can I say? The other item which I thought was simply stunning is this The Hobbit inspired little sort of tin box. Oh my god, this is just freaking stunning. It says, a box without hinges, key or lid, but golden treasure inside. And just the detail and the artwork, it's just beautiful. It's fascinating. I freaking loved it. On the bottom it has Golem. It just, I thought this was just beyond gorgeous. It's just, wow, it just took my breath away, because I was like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but I want to use it immediately. Then we have this little Golem sticker. Again, very, very cute to look at. I'm just excited for that. I don't know where I'm gonna put it at, but this is something that I'm going to eventually pass on to one of my cousins. These are sort of like, I don't know definitely how you call it, but it is like a little craft project, because you have like the paper and the little things that you connect to it, because it's like felt. So this is something that I'm definitely going to be passing on to my cousin. How is it that you call this? Yeah, felt, exactly what I said. It's, oh, this is Frost Heart inspired felt creature craft kit. So it'll be useful for any child. I'm gonna say I'm excited for a lot of things, probably, but you know what, I'm pretty excited for this. This is a pot holder. What the hell have you received? A pot holder. Like, this is stuff that I want to see. I want to have things that are really, really useful. This one is called Fenris and Mont by Greg Van Eekhout. I'm gonna figure out how to pronounce that eventually. But beautiful. This also reminds me of The Legend of Korra. Naga, this is a little polar bear. It's a larger than life creature. And then on the back, oh my god, you can't say that's not beautiful. It says, Mont wanted to rescue a puppy. Turns out she needs to rescue the world. Gorgeous. Also, it does come with an author letter, a book plate, and this year what they're doing is they have character cards that are collectible. So this one is Fenris and Mont. I really have to admit, these are very beautiful to include, because you get a little fun artwork from the characters in the story, so that's always a plus. But let me show you under the dust jacket. Under the dust jacket is it's just red, but I think it's a beautiful red. I don't think I own many red books. I don't think I own many red books. And what? Look how gorgeous that is. I was just like, my camera decided to cut off, but at least you got to see under the dust jacket. I was just closing everything off, saying that I'm just gonna do an errand that I have to do really quickly, and then I'm gonna come take a shower and just lay in bed, turn on the AC, because I really need to just sit down and continue reading Curse of the Spectre Queen. So I'm gonna update you when I have something to say on any of the books that I'm currently reading, because I need to finish one of these 2 books. So I want to give an update on A Proposal They Can't Refuse. I'm 76% into it. By the way, if you hear any noises, it's nighttime, as you can tell, probably. And it rained, so there are a lot of insects that are happy, so we're just gonna roll with it as well. But you know, when a character knows how to fuck something up, or knows how to fuck up a good situation, it's Liam for you. Like, while I understand, you know, what was it that he was trying to say, he could have done it in a different way. Like, he didn't have to be a dick about it. He didn't really have to be a douche about it either. He could have said it in a different way, especially if he says that he likes Camila now. Also, he has a thing with not caring about love, because since he has been left before in the past, when people have loved him, he sees love as something that's meaningless, not important. And I'm just like, okay. We also got a little bit of backstory from him. We got also a little bit of backstory from Camila as well. And I don't know, I think I'm having ups and downs with this book right now, because while I was enjoying it, now just Liam fucked up a lot of things. And I also have to admit that the sex scenes do fade to black. They really aren't that descriptive, even when he's going down on her. Like, I've read a lot of erotica. I don't speak about it, which is something that I think I'm gonna start doing eventually. I need to start speaking about it. I think I have a video that's planned for that specific genre in general. But yeah, I don't know, it just I don't mind either way, but like a little bit in, not completely in detail, but a little bit of things, because I'm noticing as well that there's a lot of tell versus show. There are a lot of things that are interesting that should be important for the buildup of these two characters and their interactions, and we're getting a lot of tell instead of show. And I think that these things are really crucial for you to show how is this interaction between them in order for the love, in order for their build-up to be more convincing. Did finish this morning A Proposal They Can't Refuse, and I would overall say it's like a 3 out of 5 stars. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a rundown as to how is it that I feel. This is a not traditional recording space for me, but I really want to upload this vlog today. I did not upload it. Oh my god, what am I saying? I did edit it last night. Oh my god, it was a pain to edit. Like I forgot to edit anything. So it was hard work. So I'm gonna put you at not an ideal angle so I can give you like my final thoughts on the only book that I managed to read throughout this week. So yeah, this is an attempt at actually reading books. I do know that the opening is not going to be the ending. Like all the books that I had in mind to read, it's not that. Also, I had an idea to read romance books that just went down the drain, and I decided to pick up any book I really wanted, or any book that I really felt. Again, being a mood reader, everything just shifted. So yeah, maybe I'll update you on the books that I started in another vlog, because I am intrigued to read those books and I do want to continue with them, but unfortunately like my mindset wasn't for them. So I would say that overall Liam does have redeeming qualities, even though he does know how to fuck things up. I really enjoyed the ending. I think that he did redeem himself. Liam is a kind of person who has been scarred by his past, and before he can accept anybody, before he can love anybody, he really does need to work on himself. So again, all the revelations at the end, all the understanding that maybe some people were at fault for some things that were happening to other characters, they recognized these faults that they were creating. So overall, I think that the ending is really great. There's somebody there, but overall I think that the ending is really great. I really did love also Camila coming into herself as well, and just there was a moment that I was touched, especially by Liam, what he did. Again, this is why I say that he does have redeeming qualities, but again, he needs to work on himself, because he can't snap every single time somebody, as he deems, tries to change him. Overall, I think I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Again, there's another person. There are people walking around here, and I'm just like, wait, take it easy, people. Take it easy. Yes, I'm talking to myself, but you know what? Keep on walking. Keep on walking. Oh, she's coming over here. No, she's not. Okay, perfect. But yeah. I liked it. It was a good story. 3 out of 5 stars is I think what I would give it, again because it had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of things that I really wasn't agreeing with, a lot of things that I really didn't vibe with, and I'm sad because I really freaking love the cover. And I really did enjoy how they reconnected and how they also saw, you know, their faults, or you know, how is it that this is one thing that I enjoy from Camila, because family first doesn't always mean forgetting about who you are. So I think that it was a great discovery. There are a few things that I think were left unmentioned, especially with friendships. So I don't know if certain things would be fixed or have gotten fixed, because again, those things were left up in the air. But overall, it was an okay read. Yeah, so I just want to say, I'm gonna close off this vlog. I know it's not conventional for me, but I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day and or night, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.